This video is sponsored by Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. What's up guys, this is Coach Donny from Elevate Yourself, where we change lives through volleyball, training, and inspirational content. Welcome to my volleyball coach reaction to Haikyuu Season 1, Episode 6, Round 2. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the Round 2 reactions, and I totally agree that the production quality is so much better when I started back all the way from 2020. And Haikyuu definitely helped me get through the pandemic, and hopefully it helped you as well. I really appreciate your comparison between how Tsuga treated Kageyama as his elder mentor compared to how K-pop treated Kageyama. One thing I try to teach my players is that there's two ways to build your confidence and get ahead in life. The first way is you can put someone else down and artificially make yourself feel better. Even though you have not changed, you're putting someone else down, and so you're feeling that difference as a way to build your confidence. The second way to build your confidence is you can try to make yourself better by lifting everyone else with you, and as a result, they're gonna push you to be better, and as you get better, you're gonna feel that difference by building yourself up. And even though Tsuga couldn't physically contribute to making the team great, he contributed as a leader and as a mentor for Kageyama to eventually make the team amazing. Just another great parallel in Haikyuu, and thank you for pointing that out. Thanks for correcting me about how Kageyama's original coach from Kitagawa is actually not a good coach. If you have a player like Kageyama for 3 years, you have 3 years to help him work on that attitude. And the fact that it seemed to get worse over time is mostly due to the coach. Honestly, one of the reasons could be Oikawa. I would have had many meetings with Oikawa to help him mentor Kageyama and build a more positive type of developing relationship. And I would have them two do drills together. And I think a lot of Kageyama's walls and hyper aggressive nature comes from him just feeling lonely and being apart from his team. And also, a lot of it has to do with him feeling like he's always working harder than his teammates, which actually is pretty true. So I would also try to help Kageyama develop a different perspective that not everyone is going to have your work ethic. Instead of whipping everyone into shape, expecting them to follow you, uplift them and encourage them to develop the same level of work ethic that you have. If you've been following my reaction videos and have been enjoying my videos, please consider supporting Elevate Yourself in 3 ways. You can drop a super thanks in the comments below. You can sign up for the Patreon, where you also receive access to exclusive content, or you can purchase a Tokyo Treat or Sakura Co box, where I get a small commission for every order, and all the money from your financial support goes directly back into making better content for all of you guys. Now let's get this Haikyuu party started. I remember all the apologies from Hinata feeling sick. Oh, that's right, he just vomited on his lap, but come on. This is just a plastic bag. Why put all this effort into making such an amazing plastic bag? You know why? Because success is about the little details, and this episode in particular, let's talk about why this plastic bag is so great. First of all the wrinkles are all different. Imagine if all the wrinkles were having straight lines, it would look very inorganic and the plastic bag wouldn't look fluid. That's the first one. The second one is different levels of shading. We have a lighter gray at the bottom, medium gray in the middle, and then some darker grays where the wrinkles get really deep. And also you have some glare directly in the middle of the bag and on the edges. So you have that light reflecting off of the different surfaces. The third reason is the translucency of the bag. You can actually see through the bag and the contents inside. And then if you look up where the knot is, you can see the other parts of the bag looping in around of each other. You can also see Tanaka's jacket zipper through the plastic. That's how transparent it is. And even where the hands are holding the bag, you can see the hand through the bag, and that just feels like a solid, real plastic bag. And that animation is only a few seconds. Even the sound is like really crinkly. And Hinata didn't even sleep well last night. More pressure from Tanaka, not good. But the funny thing is, Tanaka's just viewing that as a form of encouragement, so I don't blame him for saying things like that. Becoming the anxious zombie. I like how Kageyama's solution is physically beating him up. Those are some nice crows.
なあ、今日来るカラスノってさ、
Oh, but
あれがい
Josai,
るとこだろ
the school of K-pop.
コート上の王様。お前、出身中学同じだろ金田一。
あ
Oh,
あ、影山さん。
okay, Kindaichi,
別に大したことないっすよ
turnip head.
確かに
ベジタ
個人的には頭一つ抜けてましたけど、チームプレーってもんが根本的に向いてないんすよ。あいつ自己中だから。
Egocentric. That's a pretty
まあ
powerful
行っ
word.
た先はカラスノだしな。昔は強かったのか知らんけど、カラスノっつったらマネが美人ってことくらいしか覚えてないし。マジっすか？
It's hilarious that this rumor goes around of how pretty Shimizu is, and all the boys are looking forward to meet Shimizu. That's real, by the way. I'm sure high school boys get more excited about that. The first meeting between... That's so funny. Let's watch that scene again. Even the crows are, the physical crows are backing them up. The little crow in the face. With the intimidation from
そんな
Tanaka.
威嚇しちゃダメですよ、田中さん。ほら、エリートの方々がびっくりしちゃって。
Hey, this might be the first time where Tsuki actually goes along with what his teammates is going along with, right? Usually Tsuki is the one always getting under people's skin, trying to one-up his teammates, trying to put them down. But he sees Tanaka's desire to want to intimidate Aoba Josai, and then Tsuki piggybacks right off of that and says, hey, don't scare these poor guys.
ってかわいそうじゃなくて。
So this might be Tsuki's first time being an actual teammate.
あのメガネ誰だ？あんなタッパのやつ、カラスノにいたか？
おお、そうだな。いじめ
Our
んのは
bullying
試合
match.
中にしてやんねえとな。お前ら、ちょっと目離したすきに。
And we have Daichi coming in to make sure the younger guys pay respects to the older teams.
久しぶりじゃねえの、王様。
Oh, the fact that he calls him king right from the get-go.
楽しみにしてるわ。
If you watch the NBA, if you remember the Golden State Warriors championship recently, but also, I mean, just the last 8 years, they've been playing really well. One of the main keys is Draymond Green, and he is considered the enforcer. Every team needs to have an enforcer, and we've talked about this, how Tanaka is the enforcer for Karasuno. But I would say there are some parallels between Draymond Green and Tanaka, right? Very mouthy, quick to protect his teammates. They got shaved heads. He's also the loudest guy, the loudmouth on the team. And another interesting comparison is that Draymond Green is not the most physically imposing player. He's 6'7", not super thick or muscular, but still obviously very good through his hard work and unrelenting drive to play defense and just never giving up. And that's very similar to Tanaka. And that's how you know Kageyama's already matured.
おとなしいふりしやがって。
Finally get to enjoy the music. I've said that so many times, but it just feels good to relive some of these experiences. Left-handed spike into right-handed spike. It's so cool that they animate both of them. So cool that the teams just formally greet each other like that.
全員の能力が平均して高いのが青葉調整だ。よそ行ったらどこでもエース張れるようなやつが揃ってる。
So let's look at this guy's passing technique. I don't remember the libero's name for Josai, but his feet are staggered, his weight is evenly distributed on both legs, and notice that he puts his platform 1 second before the ball gets to him, and then he contacts it right where you wear your wristwatch here. Platform out, keeps it in front. But his staggered stance is a really good way to stay balanced and still be agile.
どうしたんすか二人とも。それ引っかき回すための日向じゃないですか。お前が下手くそなのは分かってっからカバーは任せる。
Interesting that talking down to him actually makes him more calm.
ミスんなよ。
Right back at added pressure.
サーブミスくらいなんてことね。お前は何も心配しないでガンガン。あれ？日向どこ行った？トイレ行きました。
Straight to the bathroom to vomit. Thanks to Tanaka. Yeah, every time Josai is talking crap about Karasuno,
隣にいたやつラッキョウみたい
The
な
Karasuno players there.
覚えてる
Oh, turnip head. Okay, that's. I think I got that right.
そうだけど
へえ、じゃあ影山はどうよ。うちの王様は相変わらず偉そうだったけど。
そんなんじゃねえ偉そうなんてもんじゃねえんだよ影山大王の独裁のもと
Under the great dictatorship of the great king.
日々苦渋を味わっているんだ
He's using the analogy to his advantage.
ほらね、
すげえ嫌われよ
レシーブもブロックもサーブもうまいことはうまいんですよ。
そうそう腹立つでもトスだけは最悪
Ooh, but the main difference is that they have different perspectives on the actual setting ability. And I find that interesting because Turnip Top is probably a little more capable of hitting Kageyama's sets at this point because he's just more experienced, he's a little taller. But I think because Hinata is just so grateful that he has a setter, every set is going to be amazing. And he also had a chance to see Kageyama version 2, where Kageyama actually tries to set to make the hitters better, whereas before, Kageyama with Turnip Top always expected the hitters to adjust to his sets.
トスが
Tosuna.
なあ、お前実際の試合で影山のトス打ったことないんだろ。
That's right, we get to see
いやひどいよ
how well Kageyama stays calm.
そうなの
あいつは自己中の王様だからな。セッターのくせにスパイカーに打たせるっていう当然のことができてねえんだ。影山にとって必要なのは自分の思い通りに動く駒なんだよ。自分が勝つためにいらないものはおい。
And Hinata's still doubtful. I think it's good that he's still waiting to see what's going to happen before he has a full opinion about Kageyama.
はなあ、ひなた。
自分が勝つためにいらないものはぽい
But now he's starting to think deeply about what he said. We talked about. Oh, that back kick is so good. I used to do martial arts. Let me see if I can still do that back kick. All right, James. If it's good, play it side by side. If it's bad, play it side by side. Ready? Hinata's right here. Yeah. Ooh. All right. I still got it. And I did it with my left leg, just like Kageyama did. I miss martial arts.
お腹痛い
じゃあ楽しみにしてますね。
I like Josai's outfits. The Mandarin collar all the way to the top. That's sick. Anything you say to Hinata is gonna make him nervous.
ねえちょっと期待してる
Uh-oh. Counting on you is the worst thing you could say.
とどめを刺してしまった。
Forgot how funny this episode was. Even in the line, you see that? Even in the line, Hinata's like borderline about to vomit. Oh, this is their practice match. Their pre-season scrimmage.
何の間違いだ。本当に影山だ。なんでカラスのに。おい、ひなた。
Oh, we get to see Inoshita on the court.
しっかりするの頑張ります
いや、とにかく落ち着け。
おい、ひなた分かってんな。この前の3対3と同じ感じで。
分かってる
本当か。
松川ナイスだ。
Matsukawa. I remember that guy. Uh-oh.
どう見てもおめえのボールじゃ
That happens a lot. When you're overly anxious, you end up doing too much. Right straight down into the triple
ま
block.
ずは一本。どんまいどんまい。
Domai, domai.
落ち着いて周りも見ていこうな。
すみませんこいつ完全に飲まれて
And
る
the fact that Kageyama's aware of that, but what's he gonna do with this information? Oh no, even knocking down the ref stand. But everyone needs this game. Look at that. The ref already has a mark on his forehead from falling off the ref stand. What a funny detail. And can we zoom in on the volleyball pole and how well they tie that string? That's actually a real volleyball system. Some systems have Velcro and other ones have rope attached to the sides to secure and make that net really tight. Amazing detail, man. Definitely the people that illustrated these things played volleyball before.
やっとガラスの点が動いたよ
Wow, 24-13, that's bad.
いい加減その緊張やめろ。
やっぱり大したことねえじゃね
And now we see
全く変わってないな。
the full king come out.
確実に1点ずつ返していこう。次のサーブは
よによってこのタイミングで
Hinata
日向のサーブ。
game point serve.
サーブミスはすぐ知って
リラックス。
これをミスったら1セット目が終わる。
影山、あいつの呼吸止まってねえか。大丈夫か。
俺に言われ
But
た
I don't think this is the episode where
勝つために
he serves Kageyama in the back of the head, does he?
絶対にヘマすんな。ヘマした
By the way, when you're about to serve under pressure, trying not to miss is one of the worst things you could do. I think I talked about this in a previous episode, but I want to give it a little different spin. When I get nervous and I think about trying to miss, I try to replace those with different words because you're going to say something to yourself regardless of whether you want to or not. It's just about saying the right things. Everyone has a trigger word that helps them lock into a rhythm or shift their focus on something more productive versus just trying not to miss. So for me, I take a deep breath and I think about, tossing it high, and the trigger word for me is just go for it. Just go for it. For me, that gives me the confidence to let go of missing and focus on aggression. And we always play better when we are more aggressive.
あげられる。落ち着け。大丈夫。大丈夫。やばい。手にちゃんと当たってる。
Oh, this is the one where he does hit him in the back of the head. Now we get to see Kageyama version 3. He's already matured because he doesn't blow up in his face. The demon. Now it's time for our halftime snack time. When I'm watching Haikyuu and just relaxing at home, I enjoy eating Sakurako and Tokyo Treat snacks, which is a monthly subscription service where you get to receive authentic Japanese snacks delivered straight to your door every month, and they are different snacks every month as well. Sakurako has a more traditional variety of snacks. Let's see what's in store for today. I chose this matcha mochi, maybe some type of dough, and that might be red bean. Unfortunately, I can't read Japanese, but that's part of the fun. A lot of the Sakurako treats tend to be matcha flavor themed, which I love matcha. Oh, that is some yummy mochi here. Wow, this is super tasty. Actually, sorry, this is not mochi. This is just a really soft matcha type of bread. And we have some type of bean in the center, sweet bean, infused with matcha flavor here. Delicious. Now we'll try something from Tokyo Treat, which is a more modern selection of Japanese snacks. I decided to test out one of their drinks. It's so cool that they have a variety of Fanta flavors. Premium lemon soda here. Ho ho ho. I know you guys enjoyed that sound. Very crisp. Very different from a 7-Up or a Sprite. It's not too sweet. It's got like a different airy type of fizziness to it, but a very natural lemon flavor. If you want to enjoy your own authentic Japanese snacks from Sakurako and Tokyo Treat, use my discount code and link in the description box to get $5 off your first order, and you can enjoy your snacks while we watch Haikyuu together. I'm gonna finish this matcha bread. This is so yummy. Come on, Yamaguchi. We know where you're gonna be in 3 seasons. Inside out spin. That's actually really rare for a right-hander. When he walks, so intimidating. And I love that they're laughing at him.
やめろお前ら。
やってしまった。
おい、影山。
And now Hinata knows death is coming. Such an intimidating walk too. Poor Hinata. And then he hits his head so hard. Just to think about that whole sequence is pretty amazing.
一体何にビビってそんなに緊張してんの？相手がでかいこと。初めての練習試合。
He's getting in his face too. Oh, the cold sweat. Such a great way to animate cold sweat. First of all, you have kind of a gray-blue color palette, and then you have eyebrows that have no gloss to it to make the eyes look really dead, and then all of a sudden the cold sweat just hits you all at once, just like in real life. Boom. And cold sweat kind of sticks, whereas when you're playing, hot sweat kind of drips off.
何？
Oh, and the cold sweat goes back into his skin, like admitting that, hey, nothing is scarier.
あれ今のヘマはセーフ
Was that goof safe? That's an interesting way to say that.
何やらかしても大体大丈夫じゃねえかあのラッキョヘッドビビらせやがって
I wonder if Turnip Head realizes that that is a different version of Kageyama. That he really just didn't lose it.
おいこらひなたお前
はい
他のやつみたいに上手にやんなきゃとか思ってんのか一丁前に
I like how Tanaka's eyes are blacked out to make him look extra intimidating in this scene.
俺最後まで試合に出たいから
おいなめるなよお前が下手くそなことなんか分かりきってる
We all know you're a lousy player.
分かってて入れてんだろ第3話交代させられた時のことはな交代させられた時に考えろ
Interesting lesson and form of encouragement from Tanaka.
いいかバレーボールっつうのはなネットのこっち側にいる全員
So true. Instead of obsessing so much about how good the opponent is and feeling intimidated by them, just be grateful for all the allies you have on your side. Good job, Tanaka.
下手くそ上等迷惑かけろ足を引っ張れそれを補ってやるためのチームであり
That's why we got Senpai Tanaka.
これ田中先輩
田中先輩
Oh. In the process of Tanaka making him feel better about himself, he is actually inadvertently encouraging Hinata.
何何
練習試合だって
これから第2セットじゃん
And this is where the trash talk.
後で後頭部狙うサーブ教えて
Oh, that's a funny trash talk.
僕にも後で教えてね
And even Tsuki's getting on his case and teasing him about that. Yeah, we don't get to see Inoshita play very much.
お前は相手のブロックのいないところへ
And this is where I think they silence the entire gym with one
スパ
successful
イカーとぶつかんないように気をつけ
freak quick attack.
おクリミ
Kunimi hitting right over. And Tsuki, like being a good player he is,
こいライト
gets a dig.
多分またレフトかライトからのオープンなんだ
And Hinata takes an interesting path. Oh! Oh no, his eyes are closed.
当たんない
So something that Hinata did wrong, I mean, other than keeping his eyes closed, see how Hinata is actually almost facing the antenna. When you're approaching from the left side as a right-handed hitter, you actually have to open up towards the sideline to allow the ball to come to you this way so you can hit into the ball and rotate. But he's already closed off, so the ball is coming from behind him and there's just no way you can see where the ball is, and it's really difficult to contact the ball moving forward as you're swinging forward. And then on top of that, his eyes are closed.
あれ手に当たんない
But at least he was 100% committed.
クイックあんのかそれともただのハタリでもまあどっちみち今みたいなのちゃんと打てなきゃ王様が怒り出すよ
I like how everyone's just trying to get under Hinata's skin.
悪い今の
Ho ho, this is Kageyama version 4.
影山が
Apologizing for a set.
許してやらなくもない
I guess I can forgive you. Kageyama's trying so hard to be better about his shortcomings.
ライトとセンターが動いたレフトを待って影山は誰を使う
He go right back to Hinata. And he does. And they get the first connection in game.
変人とさ
And Tsuki is not impressed, even though he really is.
日向影山せーの
チームっぽい
あぽいじゃなくて
Team spirit, that's right. Being able to come in the center and just enjoy those team moments is one of the huge enjoyments of being a part of a team.
おいあのチビ速攻あんのか
1セット目と様子違いますね。
よしビビったかビビったな
Now Kageyama's already playing mind games with the other team as a first year. Very mature volleyball mindset. Only down one point. Oh, he's using him as a decoy because they're already double committing on Hinata and he's gonna set away. Is he gonna take his shirt off and during the scrimmage?
俺に上がると思ったのに
どうだラッキョ君。試合で見てみ
I
ろ。
like it. Tanaka gets to talk trash back to Turnip Head.
俺打つ気満々でなんだととか叫んじゃったよ恥ずかしい
いいんだよそれでお前が本気で飛ぶから相手も釣られて飛ぶんだろ
And I like how Kageyama is calmly explaining the situation to Hinata. And last episode, Hinata was excited to be the decoy, but he didn't really understand what that felt like to be that. It is not a glorious position at all. And he's using a decoy again. Let's break down Kageyama's setting decision. He already sees another blocker getting in front of Hinata and already jumping. So that means that's one less blocker that Kageyama has to worry about. And if he sets Hinata, he's already one-on-one with that blocker. And then the other blocker, number one, is sticking with Kageyama, which means he's going to leave the right side attacker open with one blocker up. That's one of the most advanced ways to make setting decisions, is to wait and see what the blockers do, whether they follow you or they follow other hitters.
素人目にもブロックが分散させられてんのがわかるよ
Yeah, now Kageyama's just playing with them.
どこだっけでも店も多いよね
Not the first time he's gonna get hit in the face. Good dig by Daichi. Oh, there he does it again, but Hinata's eyes are still closed. There's been a lot of scenes in the 4 seasons where Hinata's just looking at his arm or looking at his hand, and each time it's a moment where he's just in awe of just what happens. He gets addicted to that feeling of crushing the ball.
信じて飛ぶことだけですよねごちゃごちゃ考えなくてよかったんですね
その信じて飛ぶことがとんでもない武器なんだけどな。
Believing is probably the most powerful weapon, not just
違う
jumping.
じゃねえかあの影山
俺だってあんなの初めて見て。
Yeah, Turnip Head has probably been spreading all the gossip about how crazy Kageyama is.
あの5番は全くボールを見てないように見える。
監督、どういう。
And of course, the coach is gonna notice the small detail.
合わせているんだと思う。
そんなことが可能なのか。あの影山が他人に合わせてる。
噂に聞く自己中心的でプライドが高い影山に。
That means Hinata can't change direction.
あの5番にはあるってことなんだろうな。
I was so distracted by what the coach said. I see why Tsuki's pushing the bottom of his face. He's like, "Want a drink? Oh, sorry, your face is lower than I thought." What a bully.
あの5番にはあるってことなんだろうな。何がすごいって 100% 影山のトスを信じて飛んでる。
Yeah, that's that full trust in your teammate.
ボールはここに上がってくると。ブロック振られてもレシーブしっかり上げてけ。こっちだって今出せるベストメンバーなんだ。プライド見せろよ。はい。
Build some confidence in your team. Allow them to focus on receiving well and digging well.
やっぱうちで取れなかったのは痛かったですね声はかけてたんですよね
うん。でも影山がうちに来たからと。
I don't know if Kageyama and Okawa would have been a good mix again if this coach can't manage those two personalities.
あの5番がいたからこその今の影山なのかもしれない。
I think it's very perceptive that the coach said, well, maybe Kageyama's good because he has Hinata, someone who's just trusts him 100% and super fast. Ooh, even Suki's looking at his hand. That's Suki's form of a compliment.
月島の言うことは少しわかるな。ここに来ればいいなって思ったところにすでにある感じなんだよな、ボールが。
I wouldn't mind a setter like that.
でも試合中だしそこまでにしようか。
田中ライスターはあなるほど点を取ってサーブ
Get some more volleyball education now.
ローテーションが回っていて
That is one of the hardest things for new volleyball players to understand is rotations, but also when you rotate. And then you have opposite positions like middles opposite of each other, and allows players to specialize in specific positions because every player does have to rotate in all 6 positions on the court. Oh, that's a cool image right there. I wouldn't mind getting a poster here, just that intimidation. Although it would be even cooler if Tsuki had his goggles that he got from his brother, but just that fire and how Kageyama's kind of looking to the side and Tsuki is just intensely looking forward. That's a cool scene. Yes, we get 2 guys just... I remember this scene, just two guys fighting for a blocking position. Look at that big block, and when they get shut down. This is where we actually get to first see Tsuki's real competitiveness. The fact that he wants to claim the block means that he cares a lot more than he puts off. Ooh, Karasuno is actually up 2 points. But this is without their legendary K-pop. Ooh, the fact that you recognizes Tanaka as an overwhelming force. Uninspired but clever blocker, very observant. Yeah, I love being the glue of the team. There's that weird zigzag approach. Yeah, you know, this is not a typical volleyball team. You usually don't have a short, fast middle. You usually don't have a tall setter who's also a great server. It is a hodgepodge of different personalities and different styles of play that somehow work together. And Tanaka's already getting Hinata into the celebrations. Now we get to hear the fans screaming for Mr. K-pop. Still don't think he's a good captain. Now we get to enjoy the previews. Now things get really intense. Versus the Great King. Here are my immediate thoughts to episode 6. I'm having flashbacks about episode 7 and I cannot wait to watch it. Remembering all these moments where Hinata just continues to get better and we get to see some amazing plays from Oikawa. But it ends up being just a great practice match, and this is not very typical for a preseason scrimmage. Usually things are a little bit sloppier because players haven't played together in a while. You're bringing in new underclassmen that we're trying to figure out whether they fit in well with the already established group. And one thing that's surprising is I think this entire time when I first watched Haikyuu, I always thought that Tsuki never truly cared, and we get to see that story unfold where he starts to care a lot in season 4. But now that I'm getting to watch Tsuki for a second time, I actually think he still cares a lot. And we talked about how he was fighting for position to want to be the one to block. And then the fact that he wants to set in that 3-on-3 scrimmage and then even dig a ball, if you're not going to care, you're not going to do those other things, especially at the intensity that Tsuki's doing. So one thing that's been great about his evolution is that being a part of Karasuno has taught him how to care in a productive and open way, because Tsuki, in all honesty, is just a very self-conscious person. He's afraid to be emotional and to show that he cares, even though he does deeply inside. That was a new interesting insight for me this episode. Make sure you watch all my other reaction videos from all 4 seasons in the playlist link below, and I know you're gonna like this video right here.